Welcome everyone, I'm Joanna Pilatovich, and today we are going to dive into ancient knowledge, straight to the source, where it all started, and how this knowledge can help you nowadays in whatever you are going through, whatever you need to apply in your life. You will hear amazing things because I already heard a little bit of that. So our today guest is from the center of centers of ancient knowledge, and he's a teacher. So many disciplines and martial arts. He will tell you more about it. So please welcome warmly Shi Feng. Hi Li, how are you doing there?
Quite good. Now I think we share the same time zone, same land, Dutch land, right? Both of us, we are in Germany, yeah.
Yes, I live in Germany. Currently, I'm not there, but you are actually visiting Germany and you're giving workshops internationally and actually all over the world. I have a list of cities, countries you went to. It's too long. It's probably just going to take us half an hour to just tell where were you to this point in your life. But maybe let's start from the beginning. So you said to me you were born in the center of centers, like where it all started.
Well, okay, so to start my little story, let's start. It is a part of the story of China. Why? Because China, in Chinese, we pronounce it and we call it 中国, 中 center, 国 kingdom. So it's like a central kingdom. So this is how Chinese people we call China. So my hometown, Henan province, used to be called 中原, 中 center, 原 land, so central land. So which means my hometown is the center of the central kingdom. This is how it comes. So all the Chinese civilization and history started from there and evolved, developed. So, for example, it is quite famous in martial arts world, the Shaolin Temple, the Buddhism temple, located over there. The Tai Chi village, located over there. And also, it is the birthplace of the founder of Taoism philosophy, where Lao Tzu's residence located over there. Many, and also over there, the Chinese ancients, they created the Chinese characters, which is strongly related with martial arts world, especially Chinese martial arts. We call the wushu, wu martial, shu arts, so martial arts. So yeah, so somehow, so I was born there, and we shared a little bit before that I played this culture and civilization. I didn't really, okay, I was pushed to learn, to study. No, I was just like a naive and boy who has a lot of curiosity to play, to have fun. And later, I really found the passions and patience and persistence into the traditional Chinese medicine, classic Chinese philosophy, and martial arts, especially Qigong, and in Western world maybe you call it Qigong, and Tai Chi, Tai Chi, and Shaolin. These three physical arts created in my hometown, and I'm diving into the most. So this is a little story about my hometown and about China.
So this is how it started. You just were absorbing, just by living there. You were just absorbing energy, and it was a very natural way for you to learn that. Because it's interesting that you are not only a teacher of standing meditation, like Tai Chi, Qigong, or the pronunciation is maybe a little bit different when I'm saying it, but also other forms of Kung Fu, and also Chinese medicine, and in relation to philosophy, Chinese, Confucianism, Buddhism. So how you assimilated all that, how you thought, because obviously not everyone who lived there is doing what you're doing, but you brought it to another level, and you internationally teaching that, spreading your knowledge. So how comes you got interested so much? What motivated you, inspired you to do so?
Well, thank you for the question. It's a very targeted question. So in my town, actually, rarely, of course, the many compare with the other, place around the world. My hometown, the percent of the population whom practicing Kung Fu are much more higher than the other place because it is the birthplace. But most of them, they don't practice too. They do the common jobs, they have common life, like being a doctor, engineer, or farmers, or whomever they do, just like as common as the others. But what I was quite lucky because my father, he was like my mentor. He pushed me a little bit to give me discipline. I was a boy, so the first boy in the family. So I was quite disciplined by him. So when I was a child. But later, somehow he set me free to just play because I dived into this and I found motivation and inspiration in it. For example, all the Chinese martial arts, they are pictograph arts. It is exactly as same as Chinese characters. How the ancestor of China created Chinese character, the square character, how they created all style of Chinese martial arts. They are pictographed. So later I'm going to show you some forms so you can see clearly. For example, we have a tiger form, dragon form, snake form, and bird form, so many. And how they do it? Because they observe how the bird fly, how the tiger tame the other animals, and how the bear move, and all these stuff. So at that moment, when I was a child, I was fascinated in calligraphy, how to write Chinese characters.
Oh my God, so you can do that, calligraphy?
Yeah, I do that, how to write calligraphy. And later I found out, wow, the Chinese Kung Fu and the Chinese characters, they are totally different. One is meant for arts, right? Calligraphy. One is physical arts. But deep down, they share exactly principle.
Okay.
We call it universal principle, but both of them, they have their uniqueness. So as the more I researched, the more I found how our physical body and mental brain can join together to be integrated in oneness. Like no matter any arts, for example, like your yoga, your dance, you must unite the physical part and the mental part together in oneness. The oneness, maybe it's the way of your spirituality. So the path. So the path we call the Tao. In Western world, you call it Tao.
Yeah.
Tao. Same thing.
This balance of balancing everything, because not everyone has this approach, you know. For some people, just martial arts is, you know, punching and that's it, that's all it is. But here you are very firmly connecting this not only to martial arts, but also health, the way you live your lifestyle. So it's not like you live it. I watched a few of your videos, what you said. So you actually have this lifestyle. It's not like you are teaching, you going home and have your, you know, different lifestyle, but you're continuing.
Yes, it is somehow a way of life. So actually, I never teach. I just share. And I never practice. And I just diving into it. So for example, as you mentioned, okay, we go to teaching the school and we come back rest. No, I'm all the time working on this. Of course, I eat and I sleep. But for example, I go to the forest here in Eastern, which is called the city of the forest. I see the animal, the deer, the rabbit. At the same time, I'm wondering, okay, how they jump, how they move, how you can be so swiftly run. And I play a little guitar. I didn't really practice, but I am practicing all the time. It sounds very philosophical, but it's called, in Chinese, we call it wu wei, non-action, action, or action, non-action.
Yeah, you are alert, observant of your environment and also how your environment is behaving. The concept you just mentioned, I call it from another maybe a road, a way, shape-shifting, because you are in your mind becoming that animal and accommodating those movements to yourself, how you can use them and sense the quality. So it's more rich inside of you when you actually apply it, or the quality you later want to use maybe in your life, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I want to ask you about the motivation still. So first your father sort of pushed you to be disciplined. But what was your like a main desire? Like, hey, I'm just this. I have this love for it.
Yeah. So to reach any high level of any arts, in China we must get 3 steps: discipline, self-discipline, self-confidence, and self-freedom.
Self-freedom? Okay.
Yes. So in Chinese we call it 自律、自信、自由. Self-discipline, you must discipline yourself. And you will get self-confidence. Confidence.
Yes.
You know, I can't do it. And then you will get self-freedom. So, yeah, and so for most of us, you know, I'm just a super common boy when I was a child. I don't have like your IQ is 170, blah, blah. No, I was super common. I studied not so fast, just common level, averagely. And because I was, you know, like all the boys and girls in the beginning, they don't have a target. I don't have a target. So my father somehow, let's say, okay, because he wrote calligraphy quite well. So he thought, okay, writing calligraphy could be a useful tool for your future. So I have, at that moment also, it's not only this, because we were very poor. We have no toys. We have nothing to play. So the pen, the brush, is kind of like our toys.
Yeah.
So we only have that, it's not, okay, I was pushed to do because I didn't have choice. I only have that toys, which is the brush, to write it down, something. Like, you know, when you have you are kids at home, for example, in the COVID time, You cannot go out. Maybe some guy developed their painting skills, their cooking skills, because they have no choice. So I didn't have a choice. That's why in the beginning, it's like, okay, I was slightly pushed a little bit, and I didn't have a choice. And later when I'm writing more, I feel it's interesting, and I found a meaningful insight. Exactly the same related with the martial arts. In the beginning, I just, okay, play to have fun, and I get a stronger body, and later, I found that when I grow up, become an adult, I found it's really kind of help people to build a better health, a stronger body, better immunity system, and based on this physical parts, it will empower your mind, and then by uniting your mind and the body, it's the way of life, which is your spirituality. So, yeah, let's say maybe look, for example, now many people, for example, we get sick. We want to find a way to fix, to find a solution to fix this sickness. Maybe we tried, let's say, dance, yoga. Some people try the qigong or meditation, whatever. And they try that maybe, they find it interesting inside, and they keep going on. So my story is very simple, but the case is, in the beginning, sometimes it's hard to find motivation, or, we tried and we lost interest. Maybe try a few times and to understand a little bit more. Maybe sometimes, okay, I try, for example, I try this cup of tea. Okay, I drink it. Wow, bitter, no good. I don't want to drink it. Maybe you try a second time. After bitter, you feel the sweetness into it. Great! I want to drink the tea. So this is, so try a few times. If after a few times you don't like it, maybe it's not your path. At least, okay, like with the language, do it, and you can't do it, and you are big, you are. So yeah, I strongly suggest if anybody who are interested, or even you are not interested, you want to fix some of your you have nothing to do, or you have some sickness, or you are wondering what you are doing, and you can try some martial arts, and to see what will happen. Because in my opinion, martial arts is, I cannot say the best, it's one of the best way to understand who you are, to understand the people surrounding you, who they are, and to understand the nature, the environment. In Chinese, what we call it, 见自己, 见众生, 见天地. Okay, seeing yourself. When you're training in a martial arts, you must know what you can do, what you cannot do. And okay, and in this is for yourself, to integrating with your opponent or your partner, your training partner, you need to see your opponent or your partners. By this, you need to unite, or at that moment you are naturally uniting you, heaven and earth in oneness. You will see the others, not only your partner, you will see all the beings. So this is why, okay, I train basketball, some people are playing football, right? Great. This is also the way to understand yourself, to understand your teammates. and also the other teammates. But football, basketball, win or go home. For martial arts, win or die. I mean, if you say seriously. So it somehow self-motivated you or self-pushed you to understand yourself clearly, completely, totally, and crystallizing.
Yes. You know, I'm asking those questions because, first of all, people find it hard to get motivated. And usually, when someone has a path like you do, it's coming from suffering or a very strong calling. Like if you don't do it, you have a feeling like you are going to die, like you have to do it. This is the internal push to do it. And it's always internal. Nobody tells us to do it. Or it's an enormous suffering. Something happens in the people's life. But you were a boy, so I guess, you know, your father was that push at the beginning, and you started to enjoy it later. And you also saw the benefits of it. But with regular people who do not have that motivation of being pushed internally in positive or negative way, they usually see the benefits, like, okay, meditation is good, I should do it, but they still don't do it. I should have a more healthy lifestyle. The medicine is working, Chinese, but they still don't do it. So they will try, like you said, this cup of tea, one time, second time, but then somehow they lack of energy. And yeah.
It's super common. It's super common. We are human beings, you know, so we are the most intelligent, let's say, species of the world. But on the other hand, let's say, frankly speaking, we are the most stupid, you know, animal in the world. We are the most intelligent. On the other hand, we are the most stupid. So this is yin yang, like the balance. So many the people who dive into martial arts or dance or yoga, whatever, they are suffered by some problem.
Yeah.
It's common. Okay, no matter how, okay. Rarely the people who have like a self-driving motivation, very rarely, no matter any arts. So many grandmasters, they are amazing. Why they become grandmaster? Because they were suffering great sickness. They must find a way to fix the problem. I know some, you know, great masters, they have this problem too. Some of them, they have a breathing problem. Some of them, we call, one grandmaster joked himself. He said, he is a box of pills. Because every day he took pills because he was so weak. And later by training, he was a Tai Chi master. He lived, I think, more than 90 years old. Now, in China, we have, let's say a field, you know, seniors. I know 3 of them. One is 99 years old, one is 100 years old, and one is 101 years old. They live in the senior life with quality. They don't have big problem. Of course, they have some little problem, but they move normally. They teach every day. Every day.
Every day
they are still working. They are still teaching. Of course, they are not really, like, as you said, teaching go to school. They don't need to go to school to teach, you know, to have students anymore. They teach because they want.
That actually leads to another question, because people who are watching us, they're in different age, and very often I hear like, oh my God, Kung Fu is so brutal. Can a person in a certain age still learn Kung Fu?
Sure, it's no problem.
Yes, that's what I want to hear.
The Kung Fu actually is for all ways of life, all walks of life. Because, for example, when I was just a newbie, a little boy, I know nothing. I started training, playing when I was a child. And now, my student, the eldest one is 101 years old. I teach many seniors. So they are still working. So, and we can train in different ways. So many people think the Kung Fu is kicking and punching. It is, surely. But like what? Like what? Forget about the Kung Fu. Think about our normal life. We can run, we can walk very slowly to enjoy, to wander, to look around the new place. Like I'm in Germany, I walk around seeing so very slow. But of course I run too. So you can choose, okay, you want to training slowly to understand your body from step 1 to step 2, or after that to enter your body, you can choose, okay, I want to punch harder or I want to move slower to enjoy. So both, yes, you have option, but no matter how, we got to understand that how our body work, how from the feet to our finger, the power of the energy flow, how it flow, how to flow it better. When we know this we call universalness. And when we understand the universalness, based on universalness, you and me, for example, you are female and male, and maybe somebody, they are kids, they are elders, so you can choose what you like. Mm-hmm. This is we call the personality or uniqueness. So based on the universal principle, how to reach the Kung Fu, for example, how we make this punch, how we rotate our arm. You can move slow and you can move fast. Mm-hmm. So this is what we call the uniqueness based on the universalness. We are different gender, but deep down we are human beings. That's it. So this is, no matter Kung Fu, as we shared, calligraphy, yoga, dance, we get to know the universalness. And based on universalness, you can create your own Kung Fu, your own yoga, your own dance. This is what we call, no matter you want or you're not, you are creating, because you are unique. You had this beautiful, in your biography, you had this beautiful saying, I'm not going to say exactly, I just remember that if you do have that flow in your body, your path is naturally emerging in front of you. Because people also ask a lot of questions like, what is my path? What should I do in life? Where shall I go? And here, when you do understand yourself, when you have that practice of every day, somehow you get more clarity where you're going. How is that for you? Yeah, exactly. Look, so I got this philosophy or idea a few years ago, right into the pandemic time. It's kind of weird because pandemic time give you a lot of time for yourself to look into who you are. So I get that. It's a little bit benefits from the pandemic time. Okay, so this philosophy called when energy flows in balance, the path emerges. This is the 中进道, 中 balance, centralizing, 进 energy or energy flowing, 道 the path. So all of us in the beginning, we want to do something for, as you mentioned, for example, we are suffering by some, for example, shoulder problem or lung problem in the pandemic. We want to make it better. And we start doing something. Qigong, Tai Chi, yoga, dance. And maybe in the beginning, we have a purpose to act. We want to fix our problem. But later, when at one point, we call the tipping point, you found, yeah, I don't really searching for a purpose to fix my problem anymore. And the past emerges. Because every day it becomes a part of you. So this is, so in the beginning, I teach for teaching. Of course, I like teaching, I like sharing, but later I understand I'm not teaching anymore. I'm just sharing. Of course, we have our super common life. We need to make money to make a simple living. We need to do the other things. We are teaching, yes, but let's think. We not okay push us. Okay, I must to do this job to teach anymore. I just like act somehow naturally. This is the Tao. This is the Tao. Because no matter the Buddha or like the Confucius, in the end, they want to do. They all talk about centralizing. Confucius, they call it 中庸, 中 centralizing, 庸 moderate, like being like not too much to reach the limitation. For example, you are like calm down your mind, the kindness.
Okay, so let me see if we understand that right. Centralizing, it means like when you sit in meditation, it's like if you're motionless, your energy naturally comes back to you. You're not dispersed in your mind, in your movement outside. So you're not losing energy, but you're actually gaining your power, your energy back to your center. That's what you mean?
Yeah, if you mention like the meditation part, somehow it is. Somehow it is. So, okay. So for Confucianism, for example, they said we should study hard, working hard, and then to be a great, government officer or whatever to do a great contribution for the country. Yeah. But also on the other hand, he also said to be like centralizing in averageness, which means when you into this, for example, company or team, don't showing too much who you are, or don't be cocky, or don't be too shy to fear of speaking out who you are. This is Confucius said. Lao Tzu said, and the Buddha, they all say 中道, 中道, 中 central, 道 the path, the middle way. Buddha said the middle way. Lao Tzu said centralized path. Actually, same thing. Thinking about this, look, now we are boating in the river. So, what is the safest way? Where is it? The middle way, the centralized path. If we are too close to the what we say, the bank, right? The boat will be easy to crash.
So we have to stay in the middle.
In the middle, it's not only mindfulness. It's not only mindfulness. Physically too. Physically too. Especially in Kung Fu. I give a little demonstration so you can understand maybe more clearly how it goes. Okay.
Yes, please.
Yeah. I hope that you can see. Okay.
Fantastic.
You can somehow see me.
Yes.
Funny or not really? Not really. You can see my full body, right?
Yes, I can see your full body. Just a little bit. Yes.
I will adjust.
That is a little bit tough, but
Huh?
no, it's fantastic.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to this. All right. You see my full body.
Yes.
You see my broken sock?
No, the socks no. The feet are not there.
All right.
See your feet?
I will change the angle and to make sure that you see my full body. And because this is, I think sometimes the action speak loudly than the words.
Yes, that's actually true.
Okay, so you can have more clear path. This is the room I'm giving class every day.
Fantastic. Yes.
My broken socks?
Yes.
Okay.
Socks everywhere. Yeah.
Okay. So look, why I always talk about centralizing. No matter me, Buddha, Lao Tzu, Confucius, whomever, at least the three classic Chinese philosophy which I studied and teach, I played. So we all talk about centralizing. Also, as we shared, my hometown Zhongyuan, center of the Central Kingdom, also about central. So you see, when we do standing meditation, we want what? We want our body become like a glass or teacup. Centralizing where? Centralizing, imagine this is a teacup. We want to make our body like this teacup. This teacup is what? Is roundness. So, or you see when you have this teacup, when some people, for example, the snow, the rain come to want to attack the center of this teacup, they can't, because if they push here, you have some space to move. So we want our body centralized. When somebody pushes from this side, we have space to move. If we are not centralized, what will happen?
Oh,
the balance.
Yes.
Right? And also, this is for ourselves. If in real fighting, for example, street fighting, what is the target of our opponent? Our head. Because we are easy to knock down by the punch to the head. The head is what? The central line. So when we punch to our opponent too, we want to get the centralizing part. Because when you get the centralizing part, you choose the most easy way to break the opponent's center, the balance. So for all of us, this is about the centralizing, about the balance. We must balance ourselves. Left and right balance. Forward and backward balance.
Yes.
Diagonally balance. Up and down balance. We are not like this. Up and down balance. This is about centralizing. So when you centralize yourself, you are balancing yourself. And let your energy flow. So this is static. So sometimes we move, right? So we move like this, like we walk. When we walk like just normal walking, right? We are centralized, we are balanced, and our energy flow in this balance. We run too, but if we walk like this, right? We are out of balance. So when the energy flowing in the balance, what will come? The path is showing you. You don't need to search for the path. The path is right in front of you. Your eye, your man. This is how I get this idea. So the Kung Fu, no matter, you see, I'm doing like a standing meditation. All the Kung Fu is standing meditation in movements. You see, I didn't change my centralizing.
Yeah.
This is Tai Chi, the Shaolin tool. Shaolin. Oh, I punch like this. I didn't like this because this I'm changing my. I'm not centralized. I'm weak. Even punch very hard, but I'm weak. If you go like this,
yeah,
forward, backward, centralizing. So no matter you move slow, move fast, move slow, move fast. All the technique depend on the centralizing, because only by centralizing yourself, you are balanced yourself. To break the centralizing path of your opponent, no matter physical body or energy flow or mental part, you will win because your opponent will auto balance. So this is about, let's say, how important to, this is also, how can I say, how we reach the spirituality. Only by centralizing your body and mind, step by step. Maybe you see a flower like a Buddha. When Buddha centralized his body and mind, he picked up a flower and he smelled. And the spirituality he didn't searching for spirituality, and that moment is the best spirituality. This is the story. Why Buddha picked up a flower and he smelled? Because at that moment, it's his spirituality is shining. So this is, let's say,
fantastic. I love that presentation you just did for us, and it was very much visible. So it's absolutely different. The centralizing, just like filling your cup just by meditating, is not to gain energy. It's actually when you, in life, you are coming back to your center in whatever action you are doing. Not only walking, because we are pushed out of our balance by situations, relations to people. I recently had actually a client that just was in panic. So people are falling out of balance emotionally. We all do very often. And just by someone did her wrong. Someone, whether people hurt each other or they invade their space or try to do something wrong to other people. So how you come back, because this is very similar to martial arts. I found this connotation of relationships with martial arts a long time ago. Like, it's so similar here. And how you are coming back, because in a physical sense, when you have opponent and you practice physically, you have to practice a lot in order not to be pushed out of balance, protect yourself. But emotionally, mentally, maybe people go in mind and repeat the same scenario over and over. That's also out of balance situations. So how do you teach using the philosophy to when people cannot meditate because they are emotionally, from wall to wall by some invisible opponent? What do you do then?
yeah, great question. I used to have quite a bunch of people, they have ADHD, which means
yes, HD, yeah,
hard to control the temper. The temper maybe when they see maybe a black dot on the white wall, they directly be angry. for example.
Yes, anger management. Yeah, or they cannot calm down. They just have to do something bad.
So it's as we mentioned, for why we have ADHD, because we are out of balance. Maybe some hormones, maybe some bad story happened when we were a child, and then day after day, we have this problem. To hear it, look, why I put a standing meditation is actually to do it. It's not so, let's say, complicated. It takes not so long time to do it, but I take it as a big part of training. Because like a standing meditation, it will help us firstly to calm our body down, to rebuild our body, to be centralized.
Yeah,
and then by rebuilding our body, it helps us to rebuild our mind. And then look how it goes. For example, we talk about anger or lack of patience, or sometimes this comes from our body. Of course, we can say, for example, I used to have a case. One of the friends who came to me, he had this ADHD. He's very easy to be angry. For example, we used to park our scooter, in a place. So one, security guy told us that maybe you should move your scooter a little into the parking place, not out. We were wrong. But he said, why? I don't care. I just park where I want to park. And the security guy, said, you must move because it's not allowed. And he threw his bag away and want to fight with this security. So I have to push them out. So what happened? He had big power. He's doing boxing, big power. And but he very, very lack of balance his body. For example, we can do like this. For example, he can do big punch. But when we want to do this, he couldn't do it. He couldn't do but maybe 2 seconds or 10 seconds, done. Because his body not balanced. And it somehow caused his mind out of balance. We want to do what in standing meditation? Looks like it's just a physical training. No, we need to put a lot of mental work on it. For example, you do dance. Some great dancer, maybe they have problem. Why? For example, like a ballet dancer, they want to fly, they want to jump high. So some of them, they lost root. They lost how to be grounded. Some great dancers, they have this psychology problem too. The better they dance, the bigger problem they have. Some of them.
Yes.
Because the mind is flow. You can't let your mind flow, your body flow, but you must ground it. You want to fly to the heaven, but you must landing in a moment at least. If you just out of away, you want to fly, and far and high as possible, you lost the Mother Earth. So this is the problem. How the problem happened? How ADHD also happened? So we are doing like what? For example, the standing meditation. The first 2 rules. We lower our chin, straight our head. like the tree to maximum reach the sunshine. So if the tree grow up like straightly, the tree can have the shortest path to reach the sunshine. But if the tree grow up like this, you cannot, really reaching the sunshine well. That's why most of the tree, if on the how can I say, flat land, they grow up straightly. Because why? Because they want to reach the sunshine in the shortest way. We too lower our chin, straighten our head. For what? For rising up, we grow like the tree to reach the top. At the same time, sink our chi to our energy ocean. We become like what? Grounded. You cannot do like this. Like this. For example, if I'm sitting down, but my chest up, I lost the groundedness. Lower your chin, straighten your head. Lead your energy rising up. Sink your chi down.
Okay.
Extending your spine. Like the tree. Exactly like the tree. So the root, this is the root. Grounding. Going deeper and deeper. But here, going up and upper. But your breath become naturally. Not shallow breathing here. You breathe very deep and very smooth. Just this.
Just to make sure I do understand it right, because you just gave two methods to calm down that internal tornado that is happening in people's, whatever. They are angry, they are, just pushed from side to side from some invisible opponent. So the first one is you noticed that people have problem with balancing on one leg. So that's a good exercise. Anybody who's feeling like enormously angry could maybe do that position and see if there's any change of the energy in the body. And the second one, you just show it now, like you consciously push that tornado, that emotional state, like grounding to the earth, to the right. Am I correct here?
Yeah, sure.
But also that chin when you go down, and also there's some of that energy that is pushing you from side to side, maybe you're directing it up and down at the same time, like it's really centering you. Can we say it like that?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So if you have, everybody have high temper sometimes, for example, when we drive, somebody, break the rules and drive, occupy our road. We're angry, right? We're angry, but okay. How we can, if we keep driving, hit this car, both of us, we have trouble, okay? If we are not in a hurry like that, let them go, right? This is the temper, we let this temper gone. At the same time, we grounded the opposite. So we let the angerness go, let it flow away. But at the same time, we grounded. If the anger with the opposite of anger, which is our calmness, become together, push you, and then you will hit the car. Because they make you have trouble, right?
Okay. So I have a question here. So you gave the methods when someone is consciously working on his internal strong emotional state. But what if we turn the situation, so now you're very calm, but you are in the presence of someone enormously angry and he's or she's attacking you, what you do? And this person doesn't want to work on themselves. They just want to punch you. How do you manage that?
If they want to, for example, just like that, if I have, as we share, the angerness and the calmness giving us, like the brightness and darkness, giving us a space of centralizing ourselves, right? If somebody said push me here until I have no space, and of course I will go back. It's not I want to, I don't want, but I naturally hitting back. Why? Because I don't want. For example, now we have in martial arts we have chest strike. Chest strike. Look, this chest strike. So we have punch, we have kicking. This is our longest weapon. For arm, longest, elbow, medium, shoulder, very close. But when we cannot use all of them, what we will use our chest. Like this is the safety space. You crossing over, crossing over, crossing over, crossing over. I have no, you punch my chest. What I do? I don't want to fight with you, but my chest naturally act because my instinct act. And you are being hit.
So wait. So what's really happening here? The moment someone is trying to punch you and hurt you, your chest is responding naturally by pushing yourself out, like responding to protect yourself?
Yeah, this is like, it's not that magic, but I mean, look, be trained to so many forms for being formless, like Bruce Lee said, be formless, shapeless like water, right? So, when somebody punch you, of course I will block, right? And when it's like keep punching, they are using so many different techniques, like the car. So we are driving, like this is our like the middle way. So crossing over, when we have no space to go, to let our calmness to go, and naturally there is energy coming back. It's not. I just give you an example, just like you, somebody want to beat me, until to the end. What I can do, if I don't act, I done. At that moment, also my body, my mind will act naturally. When I have no choice, of course I must move. You get what I mean? You are calm, but it doesn't mean that people can take great advantage of you. Make sense?
Makes sense. But
at that moment, I'm not angry. I just act what I should act.
You are blocking the person. That's what I understand. You're blocking the person, but also there is some shift in energy you are doing because your body is not hitting back really, but you are like pushing back the energy someone punched at you, thrown at you. Is that right?
There are two ways. For example, as we mentioned, it's a great question. Okay. There is a punch come, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Look. If
I wish we could do that, like meeting in a situation like we can meet, but said that, but maybe that doesn't come.
Somebody punch you, right?
Yeah.
You punch somebody. Both of you guys get injured, get hurt.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah. It's a shock for both parties.
What do you do? Okay, now when this guy punch you, you punch this guy. Both of you get injured. But when this guy punch you, this energy from this path, for you, what do you do? You must change this guy's path to here, like here, when they punch you.
Okay, now you talk about deflecting, yes?
We talk about the changing your opponent's path.
Changing direction of the punch. Yes.
Changing direction of the punch. Yeah.
Fantastic.
This is not only physical punch.
Yes.
Not only physical punch. Look. When somebody punch you, or somebody block your way, look, why I said the Kung Fu can be one of the best way to understand yourself, understand your opponent, and understand everything. I mean, not everything, but many things. So, look, for For you, with your opponent, this is your opponent, you must change your opponent's way. For your opponent, you are the opponent. So you're I'm a robber or I'm the thief. The policeman would like to catch me, right?
Yeah.
So when my opponent would like to change, I'm punished. When my opponent would like to change my way, maybe change it to here.
Yes.
When
yes.
my way is being changed, game is over, right?
Yeah.
So, for example, when my opponent would like to change my way, control my wrist, what I can use? I can use my elbow, control my elbow, just like the policemen do. They will control the wrist and the elbow make it like this, right? What you can do using your shoulder. Get what I mean?
Yes, absolutely. I know this.
So many people want to change your way. Yeah, let them go. When you have to, when you are, or you have no choice. Just like you guys said. Okay, the car push my hand. Okay, I have a little bit space, my elbow, and then push my elbow. I have my little space, the last space, my shoulder. I have to act, right? So
yes.
The wisdom. Never, ever let anybody or anything change your way of energy flow or punch or whatever. Or this is the fighting part related with the martial arts. Beyond the martial arts, what's that? It's our life. I am going to see you. This is the past. This is the past of life. But this board or somebody or the society or whatever, they block you. They would like to change your way. What you do? Crossing over it. Jump over it. Whatever you do, beyond the Kung Fu is never, ever let anyone or anything change your way of life.
Oh, wow, that's strong. That's strong. Yes.
If your life is being changed, you are not yourself anymore. You are not who you are anymore. So this is how Kung Fu teaches us. Not we are training Kung Fu. No. In the beginning, Kung Fu is training us. I'm not training Kung Fu. No, Kung Fu is training me. I understand what I am doing, who I am. And then I am training Kung Fu. And then I am the Kung Fu. Kung Fu is the exactly me.
Great. Let's bring it now to the life situations, because to do what you just presented takes some practice on a physical level, how to learn to redirect opponent. And I believe that it takes few months for your students, and they are pretty skilled with redirecting energy. They can fight, they can protect themselves. But we are living in the societies, different countries, when I also learned a lot during the pandemic. We studied a lot. We were forced to do a lot of research. And situations we are dealing with, it's being forced by different governments, being forced by people in our life, being forced by, I don't know, rules, by different situations, or just someone wants to hurt or harm us, or just someone is, angry and doesn't know what she is doing and just doing harm to us. So how do we apply? Because the world is actually full of lonely people. And because they get hurt when they come to connecting one to another. I have plenty of those kind of comments, like, I don't have family. They write, I'm alone, I have no one to talk to, because it was painful. They could not sustain those relationships that were friendly. Someone disappointed someone or harm, whatever. So how do we apply exactly what you say? Do not let anyone to put you in this emotional turmoil, any situation, any threat from the government, police, whatever, to put you out of your center. How do we do that in life?
Yeah, look, as we share, you give the example in the pandemic time. We have to start at home, right? At that moment, for example, I would like to come to Germany, but I can't. Nobody can. There is no flight. First, the government quarantine yourself at home. Second, there is even no flight. Okay. Our family or the people surrounding us, or just like the quarantine time, it's a temporary time. The person, that relationship, whatever, is temporary. Sometimes we cannot get out it. All right. Like in this pandemic time, I cannot go out. I cannot come to Germany. But what I didn't being that, oh, there is nothing to work on, this and that. At the moment, I am, let's say, finally created my philosophy by one sentence. When the energy flow imbalance, the path emerges. This is the 中间道. I didn't have this. But I didn't in the pandemic every day complain the government or the restriction. Yes, I don't like it. But it's just this kind of situation. The government or the bad relationship, the restriction, whatever, like this ball blocked us. But when we cannot push this ball now, for example, now you have in China, Confucius said, 父母在，不远游，游必有方. When your parents are still at the family, you shouldn't go too much far left them behind. But when you would like to go far, you must have a direction. Understand?
Yes.
So like you must have a purpose. So you want to leave your parents. Normally you shouldn't, because your parents you should take care of them, right? But when you have to leave, you must have a direction, which means you will be better who you are. You will do better things than stay with them. Makes sense?
Yeah, so you're using the situation, you're stating like the situation is temporary. Because of course we have different kind of situations.
It can be permanent, but rarely.
Yeah, but you focus on your path. You're still focusing on your path where you're going in life.
On path, now I'm going to see you, for example. The quarantine restrict me. Whatever the situation, the relationship, this and that, they make you stop. But you are every day still working on this path. When the restriction finally gone, you go faster, go stronger. Understand?
Go faster, go stronger.
When you start here, make you are being a better who you are, a stronger who you are. When this restriction gone, you move faster. And at that moment, you didn't even lost your time because you move faster.
Okay.
You are using this time to make you stronger.
Okay, great. So it's a time for preparing yourself to be faster and stronger towards your goal and never lose your goal from your sight. Yeah. That's fantastic. What about those people who have toxic maybe relationships, or they cannot get out of the situation from many reasons, whatever, they don't have money for it. Usually this is a female situation more than others, or they have an angry environment, whether family or they are grown up, like being black sheep in the family, they want to go, they have this idea or they have a partner that they truly love, but the partner is punishing them, angry all the time. So how do you apply the philosophy and martial arts here?
Okay, first, once again, it comes to the balancing part. So firstly, let's say, just as you mentioned, the temper, when you have a high temper, you cannot block this stuff, or you have a toxic relationship or something, you cannot block this. When sometimes it's blocked, the more block, like the water, this is the river. So when you block the river, but maybe the river rising up, and later you cause a big damage.
Yeah.
Like the temper, let it go. Let it go. For example, okay, the toxic relationship now we are into, for example, in this sport, okay, or this sport punch us, sometimes. Okay, first as we shared, can we capable now to let this sport go? For many times we cannot. Because there are so many things, like, for example, this yoga mat support this ball, or bound this ball. We have the other boundary. We cannot let this toxic ball go. So, okay, once again said, this cannot be forever. This cannot be forever. In my system Kung Fu training, I don't have a lot of rules. So maybe some system they have a lot of rules. You should respect your teacher. You should you should be a kind person. You should this and that. It's great. It's great. I only have 2 rules. Firstly, don't do suicide. Don't kill yourself. Second, don't waste the food and water. Just these 2 rules. It is simple, but it is with everything. Don't kill yourself, which means you are staying peace with yourself. And another is actually you are taking care of yourself. In this toxic relationship or some in this quarantine time, how you take care of yourself? Find a way, doing yoga, doing dance with you, or training, read a book, or training some Kung Fu or studying meditation with me, with the other master. Find a path which you can, could be any, write the article, write your hateness or lovingness of anybody, because you cannot get out. You must stay here. So find a way to leak it out. Don't block it, leak it out. There is a story. One guy used the tree hole, the tree, speak hateness or some club, they have a punching dummy, so like this. Find a way to leak it. Second, one day I believe that don't waste food and water, which means don't waste the other. First, take care of yourself. Second, take care of the others. Why you cannot let this toxic relationship go? Because you want to take care of the partner or the partner, whatever. Understand what I mean? First, don't suicide, don't kill yourself, which means you have to stay peace or take care of yourself. Second,
so focus on your path, even though you're in a difficult environment, whether it's a family, country, whatever you are going through. Yeah, and go creative. Be creative in finding your path.
Exactly.
Yes.
Don't waste food and water, which means you care about this environment. You care about the other. It's nice. But before don't do suicide. Emotionally, physically, sometimes emotionally could be suicide too. Even you are in great happiness.
not a toxic relationship, like super relationship, you are extremely happy. Maybe some people doing suicide too.
Yeah. We had quite a conversation here. It's very interesting. You are in Germany right now. If someone would like to join your courses, how to reach you?
I have the YouTube channel called Shi Feng Kung Fu Academy, and the same. I will pronounce it L-I. This is my family name Li. Same like Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee used L-E-E. It's English style of writing. Bruce Lee also L-I. So Li Shi S-H-I-F-E-N-G. Shi Feng is my given name from my grandparents and my parents. Shi means word, Feng means peak, the top of the mountain. Of course, every family will give the great name for the kids, for the wish. So my parents would like to, I stand on the top of the mountain of the world, like hiking the Himalaya. Okay, Kung Fu Academy. It's like as simple as all the others. So,
we are going to put all the links under the video.
Yeah.
Some of the people actually live in Germany, those who are watching us. How long you are going to be in Germany?
I'm going to stay here. I hope stay here as long as possible, but for now, I stay here until the end of October.
Nice.
The end of October, but no matter how, the people who like to try some class, they come with, we can train online, just like this. Now I'm giving online class every day. It works quite well if, as we said, if we both pay attention and have patience on the training, no matter face-to-face or online, whatever. So, so there are, if we want to do it, we have a lot of approaches. Just like we want to cross over this board, we can jump over it, we can turn around it, if we want to cross over this board. So there are online, offline, many approaches to start training.
All right, everyone, you will find information under this video, so take a look how to find Li. And Li, thank you so much for today, for sharing with us so much, and hope to see you again because I have more questions.
Sure. And also thank you for your great question. Some questions very well targeted to help the people who are in a specific situation, like who have high temper, who are in toxic, environment or relation, whatever. By talking with you, also I learned, a lot. And thank you as well. And I'm looking forward to meet many of you guys to share. The time together and also to work on a path. And once again, remember, when the energy flows the imbalance, the path emerges. And this is the Zhong Dao. So I'm just the pointing finger to the moon. You are the moon itself, whom is shining. For yourself, for the people who are around of you, and for this world.
Beautifully said. Thank you so much. And till the next time, everyone, please write the comment section what kind of questions you like Li to answer next time. So we are going to read the comments. Okay, bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Ciao, 再见.